Hi, my name is Natricia, and welcome to Raw Vegan Manifesting Love. Welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you're here. I am still continuing on to progress into being a raw vegan. I'm still on that journey. I haven't quit, even though I haven't been doing videos. But thank you to all of my my subscribers that have stayed with me, even though I haven't been posting. I'm really glad to be back. I really love you guys, and I'm so grateful for your support. Um, Today, I wanted to talk about just kind of transitioning into a raw vegan lifestyle. I became a vegan almost a year ago now, and March 2017, and I have been pushing to try to transition into raw vegan. Eventually, I just kind of let myself pace, so that I could just get used to the vegan lifestyle in general, which has been really great. I had some hiccups, but ultimately it's been pretty great. I really love being a vegan. I have no desire for meat at all. Like, it was actually the meat part was much easier than other aspects. So, like, I really didn't have a difficulty with cheese. That's not really my biggest challenge. I thought it would be, but it wasn't. I was really glad about that. Um, I think, if anything, like bread, even though bread is still, you can eat bread as a regular vegan, I think my most difficult thing in transitioning into a raw vegan has been letting go of bread. So I can let go of bread for a couple of days, and then, I don't know, I just crave it. And it's like beyond a craving. It's just like, I don't know, I just find myself eating it. It's crazy. So I feel like more than anything, I'm weaning myself off from bread. Um, and another thing I've found is that I feel like I'm somewhat weaning myself off from that feeling of that heavy feeling. When you can eat a heavy meal even as just a regular vegan, and but when you're raw vegan, you don't get that feeling. Like, everything is light, which is great because your vibration is rising and your vibration is higher. You're vibrating at a high frequency. And I think I have learned that it's really difficult for me to transition into vibrating higher. And that was really shocking to me. I thought, once it feels good, it's going to be just easy. Who wouldn't want to vibrate high? But I've been learning. It's been such a journey of learning, and I'm going to share with you guys today my journey. I'm eating my dinner right now. I am eating a raw vegan dinner. I really lost my appetite today, so I'm really eating the salad that I would have eaten for lunch. But I didn't eat it because I wasn't hungry after I made it.
So here I'm just eating this raw kale salad with some oranges that I chopped up, and it doesn't look like it from this angle, but it's actually a serving bowl. It's a pretty large bowl, and there's my water that I'm trying to get in for the day. But I've learned to not desire particularly having a dressing, and I really enjoy eating the just the fruit and the greens, and it's the fruit makes me think I have a dressing. It's actually pretty satisfying.
So, I'm gonna eat and chat with you guys. I'm gonna try not to be rude because I don't want you guys to see any, food or anything. I'm not gonna chew with my mouth open or anything like that. But mm, it's so sweet and juicy. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna share with you guys a couple of things that I've learned. So, a few other things that I've learned so far as I've been just kind of like trying to working towards my progress as a raw vegan and slowly getting there. But I'd rather be the turtle than the hare, and I'd rather for this to stick for a lifetime than for me to just like kind of rush through it. So I really want my body to get where it's locked in forever being a raw vegan. So if I have to take it a little bit slow, then I'm gonna honor that. I'm gonna honor that process that my body is needing and the healing that my body is doing. So my tips that I've learned so far on this journey. One major thing that I've definitely learned. Sorry, one major thing that I've definitely learned is progress over perfection. I've heard other people say this with various other things, but being transitioning to a raw vegan lifestyle is a major feat, and I have such admiration and respect for people who have been able to do it and do it so successfully and maintain themselves that way, and it's incredible. I can't wait to be amongst one of those people. But I struggle with sometimes if it's not perfect, then I'm just like, oh, what the hey, I'm just gonna, I don't know, eat something cooked, or I eliminated a lot of things this year, so I don't have that many things that I go to. I used to really like chips, but I really don't eat them very much these days because I just don't have a desire for them, which is a big deal. Again, that's progress for me. I used to always have to have that salty crunch, and now I really don't. And I notice that when I eat greens, when I eat enough greens in the day, that I really don't crave very much that as often. And I really don't crave as much, you know, salt. I noticed that. So, and I also noticed that if I eat enough fruit in a day, I definitely don't crave any other kind of sugar. Like fruit is is becoming my body's sugar of choice, which is a really great thing. But yes, progress over perfection. You're not going to become a raw vegan overnight. You're not even wherever you are in your journey. Some of you guys may be just trying to be a vegan. Some of you guys may be becoming a vegetarian. Some of you may just be trying to eat clean, and that's okay too. Wherever you are in your journey, just realize that it's progress over perfection, and any progress that you can get, anytime you can, become consistent long enough, or, hey, I did 5 days straight, or, you know, a week or a month, whatever the case, be very happy about that because it's a big deal. At one point you couldn't do that. That's what I always kind of tell myself is at one point I couldn't do this. Um, so when I go a whole day eating raw, I try to make it a big deal and I try not to just take it for granted like, oh yeah, I try to say, yeah, good job, Patricia. You really did that. At one point you couldn't do that. So it's a great thing. And I don't really have like a reward system or anything like that. I just have where I just take a mental note to just say good job to myself. And for me, that's enough. So progress over perfection is something that I've definitely been learning and have learned over this journey. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So just because you messed up, once or even a couple times, just still jump back on that horse and just keep trying and thinking about what you want and not what you didn't do right, or don't beat yourself up about it. Which brings me to my next point, which is compassion. This is a loving and compassionate lifestyle. It is a lifestyle that will bring you to the ultimate peace in yourself, peace and serenity and balance, because when you are out of balance energetically, you cannot do this lifestyle. I notice the days that I actually am successful and the days that I actually do this well are the days where I'm allowing myself with the least amount of resistance to be balanced and allow myself to have peace inside. Now, when I start to get to worrying about whatever life things or whatever the case, worrying in general, anytime I allow that kind of negative energy inside of myself, and it happens. We're all human. We're all on Earth. We all have to fight it. It's always a choice. That's why we're on Earth, is because this is the planet of choice, and we are choosing, and so we are always having to choose the positivity over the negativity, or whatever it is that we decide, but we always have a choice. So, you know, when I choose more positivity, when I choose to be at peace, when I choose to be at have serenity more than negativity, those are the days that I notice I struggle the least. I have the least resistance. So, and those are the days where I'm most compassionate with myself. The mental battle from the patterns of the past, the patterns of the negative thinking has gotten so much, is improved, but it's still a battle. Um, and I noticed that it trickles over into my raw vegan lifestyle, which is why I'm talking about it. Because when I'm compassionate about myself, when I don't do well, when I don't do it 100%, when I'm not fully giving it my all, when I'm allowing myself to have resistance, when I know what I'm supposed to do and I'm making a conscious decision not to, I want to be angry with myself, but I still find a way to be compassionate. And I just say, you know, Tree, you're making a conscious decision to really go against yourself, but it's okay. You know, you're going to get it. If you don't have it now, it's okay. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. Um, so have this lifestyle forces you to have compassion with yourself. Yes, you have compassion for the planet. Yes, you have compassion for the animals. You kind of automatically get that at some point. If you're eating enough fruits and vegetables, that comes naturally. But you also have to have compassion for yourself because you are just as important as everything else, and we're all connected. We're all one. So, you know, uh, you're important. Compassion for you is very important. What you are, you emit to the world. So emit compassion because you have compassion for yourself. Okay. My next point is focus on the success. This still goes along with, you know, a little bit of what I touched on earlier. Focusing on the success. You know, sometimes I fail. You know, and it really just so frustrating because that's what I've been learning so much about this lifestyle is how much control you have over your life. Like no one is failing me. I have food. I can afford the food. I can. I choose what I put in my mouth. I choose everything. Like there's no. The only issue is me battling my mind and my behaviors. So, however my mind, whatever's going on in my mind is what's going on in my. It's the behavior that I'm gonna eventually, you know, um, live out. So I've learned that when I do well, I really try to make a big mental deal about it. Like, you know, I just focus on the success and I just think to myself, I'm closer to where I want to be. Yes, this is what I want. This is who I am. I'm a raw vegan. This is what I do. This is who I am. You know, I just kind of psych my mind out to think that I'm already there. You know, even though sometimes I fail, sometimes I fall off the wagon, sometimes I don't do it with perfection, you know, as perfect as I would like to be, you know. And I just still just try to focus on, you know, the successes and not the failures. And because law of attraction will bring more failures if I focus on the failures, and law of attraction will bring more success with less resistance if I focus on the successes. So focus on the successes and not the failures. The one other thing that I've really learned is drinking water. Like, I've always known that drinking water is important. I've always drank quite a bit of water, but drinking enough water for your body and drinking enough water for this lifestyle, especially in the winter, it's really, where I live, it's really cold and dry. And I also have been eating a lot of kale and collard greens. So if you can see, like, the kale doesn't have as much water content as if I was eating, you know, like romaine lettuce. Like in the summer, I tend to eat a lot of romaine lettuce and it has a lot of water in it. But kale is it's pretty dry. It's got lots of minerals and it's incredible. It is one of my favorite greens. But I but it is dry. You know, I do eat a good amount of citrus, but it's still not enough. So I noticed that I need to drink quite a bit of water. And in the summer, I can usually get away with drinking 3 mason jars full of water. But I notice in the winter, I need to drink 4 because it's dry. My skin will get dry. So here's my second one for today, and I'm gonna try to get. It's kind of late right now, so I probably am gonna just get 3 in today. But tomorrow I'm gonna strive to get 4 in, and yes, so that I can not be dry. And not only that, you know, it's not even just about dryness, but it's also about, you know, what I found for myself is that when I don't drink enough water, it doesn't move all that fiber as efficiently as it could. When I eat all this fiber and I drink water, I feel so much better. I feel so much more alive. I feel like the energy has gotten into my blood better. I don't know if this is real or not, but this is how I feel. And also, I feel that, you know, it just helps it just maneuver through my body so much better, and it's just more comfortable on my stomach and my digestive system. So drink water. It is so important. Even though you're eating like all your salads and things like that, if you're eating a drier leafy green like kale or even collard greens, because I love collard greens too, raw, you might want to drink more water, a good amount of water at least for your body. And the last thing that I really have to say that I've learned so far is, you know, relax. Relax. Relax and have a good time and have fun. I'm kind of, I'm a goofball, but I'm also a very serious kind of person sometimes. And I just want to do it right. I just want to get it, you know, together. I just want to, you know, jump on and it work and it's happening. You know, I'm an Aries, so I have a hard time with patience. But I'm learning to have patience with myself, and I'm learning to just relax. It's okay. I'm so much farther down the line than I was a year ago. I'm way farther down the line than I was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I was thinking about just hoping to be healthy, you know, and then eventually I was thinking about being a vegan. I couldn't imagine, like, how am I going to live without cheese? How am I going to live without, yeah, I didn't really drink milk. I never did. I always drank almond milk or nut milk, and I don't even drink those anymore, really. But you know, I just couldn't imagine what am I going to eat? You know, I knew, you know, and I was watching YouTube videos for a long time before I actually could go vegan. So now I'm working to transition into being a raw vegan. I've come a long way. I'm sure you watching, you've come a long way. Even if you haven't started, you've come a long way because your thought process is different. You've come a long way because you're thinking about how you implement this in your life. You're thinking you've come a long way because, you know, you're in the right direction. You're on the road. Like, all those things matter. All those things are a big deal. So yes, pat yourself on the back. If you're watching this, wherever you are on your journey, pat yourself on the back because, you know, you you're headed in the right direction for your health, for your longevity, for your beauty, you know, for your weight loss, if that's why you're doing it, for the compassion of the animals. You're saving lives, literally. You're saving trees, so you're helping our environment. You're, it's just, you know, you're on the right direction of what, you know, our earth and the universe is really guiding us to do at this point in time. And which is love all. And you're on that journey because when you eat a raw vegan lifestyle, I feel like you're naturally more peaceful. You're naturally more at one with the earth and all its inhabitants. And so, whether you're trying to be raw vegan or not, you're just headed in the right direction. I think health is love because it's love of self. It's love of the other people who love you because you care enough about yourself to be there for them, to still be alive for them, to be well for them, so that, you know, so health is love, health, vibrancy, and you know, it was really difficult for me to do this video. I really struggled all day. I wanted to do this video earlier in the day. I'm just gonna tell my truth to you because why not? I want to be as authentic as possible, but it was really a struggle. And now that I'm talking to you guys, it feels so natural, and I feel so happy and at peace. And you know, I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I'm really grateful that I'm in this place in my life, that I can do this journey and I can share this journey along the way. Because like I've said in other videos, I love the people who I've been inspired by and I've watched for years who are already there. But I really wish I could have gone along the journey with them, watching them lose weight, watching their skin change, watching their hair change, watching their eyes get brighter. As you know, these are all the benefits you see with people who've been raw vegan for a long time. You know, I really would have loved to be along that journey with a lot of them, and watching them fall off, hearing about their failures because they seem so perfect, and a lot of them, they all tell you about their failures. They're very authentic. I love and respect them for that. But I just would have loved to be able to see somebody who was kind of like me, falling off and getting back on, and falling off and still choosing to what I want, still choosing to go in the direction of what I want. So anyways, this video is getting really long and I want to end it, but I really will be doing more videos more frequently and coming to hang out with you guys and share with you what I'm going to be eating as I'm working to transition. I also think that I'm going to start doing a raw till 4. I kind of already do it, anyways, and sometimes I just do a full raw day because I don't have that much of a problem eating raw for dinner anymore. I've really progressed and squashed that, but sometimes I still do need cooked food sometimes, and that's okay. That's where my body is, and I accept that. But I will be probably doing a more steady raw to 4. And what I'll probably do is like raw to 4, unless I do a full day of raw. So I think I'm going to work on transitioning that way a little bit more aggressively, but still allowing myself time to, to fail. Because people who are successful fail often, and it's okay. It's okay. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys manifest love in your day today. You have a wonderful day.